Hi, I'm Ruth.
I'm Brooke.
I'm Maya.
And this is Church Life on the No Filter podcast. So what's been the main thing you guys have been talking about at church? Are you guys doing a series or are you just having messages like sermons?
Well, this past Sunday we talked about divine initiative and how the older we get, the more comfortable we get with our preferences. But to be a Christian, we have to step outside of our comfort zone, because if we don't, then there's not room for Jesus. And we were talking about how when Jesus was baptized, he stepped outside of his comfort zone, even though he might lose social status or honor. He did it to be our mediator, and how we should also do that.
For me in church right now, well, we have a series, but I recently have taken a liking to Bryce Crawford, so I'm listening to his Luke series, and he's just going through each chapter of Luke during each episode. So right now I'm on chapter 2, which is the birth of Jesus and Jesus when he was 12, and if Jesus came back now, would we recognize him when we see him?
And for me, I'm at our church. We just started a new series last week called Live to Follow, and it's talking about to be with Christ, you have to live like Christ. You have to live like Christ. So the first week, it just talked about going out and making disciples, living like Jesus. And then last week, our sermon was sharing the word together. Even if it's just going to church with somebody, sharing, talking about it after, or going up to somebody and saying hey, do you want to come to church with me? Just asking the simple question of hey, come to church with me, or telling them what God has done for them, telling them how they've been saved by Jesus, and just talking about living like Jesus to be able to follow him the right way, which I really liked. So will you guys go to during college, when there's a break, will you go back to the church you're at, or will you go to a different one? And when you're out of college, will you go back to the church you grew up in?
I think that when I go to college, on my breaks, I'll come back to the same church because my family will be there, and it's kind of the church I grew up with. But I think after that, I might prefer to listen to somebody like Bryce Crawford online, because I tend to zone out during church, so it's kind of hard for me to focus. So I might try looking around for other options.
Me personally, well, me and my mom and my siblings have just started going to this church, and well, they like it there, but I don't usually go to the teen program, but I do go to church with my mom. So after college, I might go back, but it's 50-50.
Not your favorite church?
No, not really.
How about you, Ruth?
So I definitely will go back. I've grown up in the church. I've been going there my whole entire life. My mom's on staff there now. My dad's really involved there. He leads, he helps lead the membership classes. He's an elder. My parents both play a really big role in the church. I feel it's just, not only is it important that I go back, but then I also I love it there so much. Everyone there, it's just my family. I know everybody. But then after college, I'm hoping to get a pastoral degree too. So I'll come back hoping to maybe someday be on the team there, because that's one of my biggest dreams. But I would definitely go back, even during breaks too, because I'll be able to see everybody, all my friends. I'm already looking forward to going back when I'm in college.
Wait, what churches do you guys go to?
I go to Living Word Christian Center.
I go to Christ Church of Oak Brook.
I go to Woodridge United Methodist Church.
You mentioned earlier that it's hard to pay attention in church. Why is that?
For me, when somebody just talks about one thing for a really long time, my brain kind of tends to go to other subjects or think about what I'm doing for the week, and it's just kind of hard to focus on what they're saying. I also work on the tech team, so most of the service I'm helping with slides. But then I'm not during the sermon, so it's the one time that I don't have anything to do with my hands or anything.
Would you guys say you go to a bigger church, or a smaller church? Is it a lot? Do a lot of people attend your church, or is it
For me, a lot of people go to my church. I think there's maybe 1,000. I don't know. That's the truth. It's 750 there's 750 people who sit in the service, and then their kids go. So then they're in the children's service, and there's a lot of them. So
I go to a really small church. Like the youth group is just me and 2 other families. It's nice in some ways because then you know everybody personally and you don't feel overwhelmed. You can ask more questions, but sometimes I wish there were more children to like interact with.
what about you, Ruth?
My church is definitely like it's pretty big. I'm just gonna say it. Our kids programming, we have a really strong kids program. I volunteer with it every Sunday. We have a disability program for like our friends with disabilities. I volunteer there a lot. Like this past Christmas, we had 9 Christmas services because of how many people attend. Does your church do like events like Christmas parties and like Easter parties?
Yeah, mine usually does we have 2 services, and the amount of people who go to the 2 services is the amount of people who come for the other events. So they just do the 2 services for Christmas and Easter. But yeah.
I feel like it differs too. Like sometimes, like you said, it's the same number. Like that people that come to the services go to the parties. For me, it's like for our church, it's like we have like a different number every week, or like even if it's for the parties, people like will tell other people about it, and it's like so then more people come, but it's just like a bigger number. What about you, Maya?
I think that's one thing that's nice about my church being small is that sometimes we'll just have like lunch after church or like soup Sunday, and we kind of just get together like a good amount. And for the youth group, we do a lot of fun activities because there's just like a couple of us. So we'll go like rock climbing, zip lining. Actually, coming up in a month, we're going like skiing and snowboarding. So I'm really excited for that.
That sounds really fun. Do you guys' youth groups do like a lot of trips, like camps?
Mine during the summer, I think there's 2 camps, and then there's I think they go bowling sometimes, but that's really all I know about trips.
Maya, what about you?
We do like one specific camp every single year as a youth group camp, and then we'll also go to a ton of activities and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah. How about you?
My church, so we have like a 4th and 5th grade program, and they go on rocking canoe and then go up to Wisconsin like canoe for like one of the days, and there's like different activities they can do on the camp. Our middle school goes to Expeditions Unlimited in Wisconsin. They stay there for a week, which that camp brought me really close to God, and it was really impactful. Then our high school, we used to do a trip called Roca Yagua, and we spent a week on houseboats in Arkansas. But we recently, like our youth group decided to change it, and we're going to be spending a week at a college campus. Like we're going to be at Hope College for a week, like on the campus, like just our youth group for our high school trip. And then middle school, they do a mission trip. I went on all those. And then for high school, they do Baja, like it's Tijuana, Mexico every year, and we build houses. And then our winter trips, middle school goes to Wisconsin, and then we go to the same place in Wisconsin, like high school does.
Yeah, I feel like church like camps, and they're just really enlightening, and they help you just go closer to God. The one I go to, they have like a church service every single day, and they have like worship music every single day, and it's just a really great time.
I feel like church camps are like peak. Like it's so fun.
I have never gone to a church camp, so I think.
Okay, then you need to come to mine.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
Yeah.
How do I begin growing closer to God? I'm 16 years old and identified as an atheist most of my life, but recently I've become genuinely curious about Christianity and what it means to believe in God. I feel drawn to the ideas of faith, purpose, and a relationship with God, but I honestly don't know where to begin or what steps are appropriate for someone in my position. I don't have much background knowledge, and I'm unsure how to explore Christianity in a sincere way without feeling overwhelmed or inauthentic. I would really appreciate any advice on how to start learning and growing spiritually as someone who is new to all of this and wants to approach it thoughtfully and respectfully.
I would say start off with a strong like church program, or find a church like that has depending if you like smaller or bigger churches, like I would say find like a good church, like go try it out on a Sunday morning, and like again, like since they said they were 16, like like try out their high school youth program, like see what that's like, or if they have one. Just like try and like get connected, like put yourself out there so you can like meet other people that know Jesus and that have a relationship with him, and like be able to put yourself out there. Like try it out on a Sunday morning. What about you, Brooke?
I agree with Ruth, especially about the joining like a youth program since you're 16. Since they're 16, because well, she has more insight on it than me, but it'll help you connect with people your age that are also like still learning to know Christ. And then also just like start with reading a few Bible verses every day, because that would help you know what God is trying to get you to do, and it might give you something to hold on to.
Yeah, I would definitely say talk to other Christians about it. I hope this doesn't sound bad, but also social media, if you find like a good speaker, I would say I've heard some really great things online about Christianity from somebody like Bryce Crawford. Or if you find your friend's pastor online, that is like a really good way to start at home if you don't have a church nearby.
And next time that you go to church, make sure you pay attention to what's important and how you can apply it into your daily life. And that's a wrap on the No Filter podcast.
See you next time.